Welcome to another fun-filled episode of TheWave. My name is Adam.
My name is Nick, and this is the weekly news and chat show from Bottom of the Stream.
Ooh, it makes it sound really exciting when you say it like that.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
News and chat show. Like we're like Parkinson, but with no guests.
We've had the odd guest. Maybe we should.
Maybe we should look into getting more wave guests.
Yeah, sure.
Now that social restrictions are lifting, as of today, as this episode comes out, we're free.
If contacts, money, and plane tickets were no object, who would you like to talk to, and what about?
As in,
I mean, I'm presuming it's going to be in the movie world, but you take that wherever you want to take it.
Does it have to be related to the podcast?
I mean, it would probably make sense if it was, but no, I guess it doesn't have to.
But my dream guest, podcast related wise, is Mason Blair, and I don't know why. I just feel like we'd get on really well with him. I think I've just got a feeling he'd be good to have on. But obviously, if money was no object and it could be anybody, it'd probably be Stephen King.
Okay.
What about you?
Who don't you hear from very often?
Stephen King.
I feel like no, I think we can go bigger. We wanna
bigger.
Yeah, like
Mike Flanagan.
I'm thinking of grabbing like Bobby De Niro or something like that.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Or Jack Nicholson.
I think he might be a bit old now. Is he not a little bit? Jack Nicholson's got to be going on for 90.
Yeah.
It might be a bit of a difficult conversation.
I read an interview the other day with William Shatner. He's like just turned 90.
Yeah, he has just turned 90, yeah. Yeah, Shatner would be fun.
Health aside, someone who you don't hear from, probably for a very good reason, because they're all well and done with this farcical business. Someone like Gene Hackman, who retired and then...
Yeah. Morgan Freeman?
Imagine if we get Morgan Freeman to do some like trails for us.
That'd be amazing. There's something wrong with my mic stand. It keeps dropping. Bear with me a second.
No worries.
I've never touched it, and it's just, when your mic just drops away from you, and I'm kind of crouching down in my chair now. I think I've done it.
Record it lying down.
Yeah, I'll be on the floor in 5 minutes. How have you been? How's your week been?
Yeah, pretty good. I don't think there's anything too exciting. I'll tell you what has happened today.
What's that?
Old man news.
Okay.
We've harvested some potatoes.
Oh, nice.
Or my family has while I've been out at work.
Are they looking good?
And they do actually.
Excellent.
Never really grown anything before. There's some runner beans or runaway beans, as my daughter calls them, out in the garden. They're looking good.
Proper little farmer.
Some sunflowers. Yeah, there's some sunflowers about to bloom, I think. So
can't eat them.
No. Well, you can eat the seeds. You could go
true.
Fox Mulder.
Good X-Files reference. Must be that time of year because somebody did it. Because I'm still isolating. Somebody dropped me some. My brother dropped me some raspberries round for a doorstop visit the other day. He's grown some raspberries in his garden.
Oh, nice! Completely
by accident. There's like a random raspberry bush that he didn't even know was there. It's just produced shitloads of raspberries.
Are you sure they're raspberries?
Yeah, they're definitely raspberries. Well, they tasted and looked like raspberries, so hopefully they are. So it must be like. Is it like harvest time?
I think. Well, obviously it depends on the thing. I mean, we've had strawberries as well.
Oh, nice.
Because they go quite early. But we've got a load of tomatoes. They're not ready, so they're a bit later on, I guess.
I guess so. I love farming chat. We should do farming chat more often. I made some strawberry ice cream today.
Great. I was just going to say maybe with clearly all the millions we'll make from Bottom of the Stream, we can one day retire to a small holding and moor the boat and just grow fruit.
Sounds like the absolute dream. Get me on one of those communes. I'm up for that. Living off grid.
Sure. Why not?
Let's do it. That's the dream.
Still record podcasts about rubbish movies.
Obviously. I'm never going to stop doing that.
But we'd just be plant powered.
Yeah, let's do it.
I can't remember how we got here.
No, normally we've gone right off on a weird tangent there.
How's your week been?
I've been
largely
stationary, inside. Yes, I have not moved outside at all, apart from in the garden. But I've redecorated my kitchen this week.
Oh, lovely.
All by myself. It's the first time I've done any sort of decorating project without any assistance from the father. Not God, my actual dad. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it's come out. It looks awesome. I'm really proud of myself. I'm not going to lie.
I just
nobody can see it.
God, just love the image of you sort of appealing for holy assistance.
Just kneeling on the kitchen floor, just praying, and then open my eyes and the kitchen's decorated.
So, what do you need, oh son?
That would have been easier.
Oh, just some help with the tiling, please, God.
That would have been easier. It would have saved me 3 days' work. Maybe I should get into religion.
I don't think that's how it works. I'm no expert.
Probably not. But no, I'm really proud.
If he is around, he's probably got. No offense, I'm sure your kitchen's great, but he's probably got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Probably has. But no, I'm really happy with it. It's come out really well. That was my lockdown 4 project.
Excellent.
Other than that, I've obviously not done anything. So
I'm sure you're gonna tell us that you've watched loads of stuff shortly.
I've watched some stuff
in our what have we watched this week section. So,
I've watched some stuff. I'm free. I'll be free as of when this episode comes out. I'll be a free man again. So
good.
Back at work.
Good. Are we talking about football? Did you watch that on your own?
I did. Are we talking about it? That's probably not.
Just say, well done. We're proud of you.
Yeah, definitely. Proud of everybody on that squad.
See you in 18 months, I guess.
Definitely. Yeah, as soon as that game went to penalties, we were never winning it. It just wasn't happening.
And in a way, that's just how it should be.
Yeah, it is. It's like the world's just reset itself, isn't it? England lose on penalties, everybody's happy again. All is well with the world. Winning on penalties is a cheap way to win it anyway. You don't want to win it like that.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I would have taken a blatant offside or foul with 5 minutes to go. But there you go. Anyway,
it was a shame. But that squad's young. We'll be fine. We've got a lot of time left in them boys.
Onwards and upwards.
Very proud of all of them, and well done to Italy as well. If we've got any Italian listeners out there,
we've got a couple, I think.
Yeah. Well done to you boys.
Yeah.
Except Chiellini, because he's a cheating. I will bleep that.
Do you know what? I know you're right, but he's just old school, and I love it.
Yeah, he is proper old school.
It's just a proper throwback, and that's great.
There was like there was that 5 minutes of that game where the Italians just lost their heads, and they should have had 2 red cards.
I'm like, bro, I'm not even mad.
It's mad, isn't it? They were fine all the way through the game, and then just lost their heads, just fell off with like 10 minutes left. It's like they're going to a wrestling match. Anyway, that's football chat done. Done and dusted.
News. What should we do? News.
Do you want to do news? There's not much news about this week. It's a quiet week on the old Netflix front.
There's a little bit.
Yeah, not as much as there has been the last couple of weeks.
Certainly don't think we've got 40 minutes worth like we did last week.
No, definitely not. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
You can start. I was just going to say maybe it will be quality over quantity.
Maybe. Do you like video games?
Go for it. I sure do. I wish I had more time to play them.
Same. We've mentioned this before. Netflix are trying to get into video game streaming.
Yes.
They've actually taken some steps in that direction this week. They have employed a new man.
Got a man in.
They've got a man in. He will be the vice president of game development for Netflix. So they're taking it seriously. His name is Mike Verdu, and he used to work for Electronic Arts and Facebook, who are not two very morally nice companies to have on your CV, but that's where he's come from. He was previously Facebook's vice president in charge of working with developers to bring games and other content to the Oculus virtual reality headset.
Oh.
Now, that sounded like it was going to give me his job title. The vice president in charge of working with developers to bring games and other content. I don't think that was his job title. But yeah, so maybe we're looking at making headway into VR content as well, which is quite interesting.
Is that what you've got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I love my Oculus Quest 2. Definitely. If you get a chance, get a hold of one. It's awesome. Apparently the idea is to offer video games on Netflix's streaming platform within the next year.
Interesting.
I'm on Bloomberg's website reading this, and it says, according to a person familiar with the situation. Okay. It's a good source gathering there, Bloomberg.
You've got to protect your sources. Netflix it's another way to just keep people on with them in their app, isn't it? Absolutely. I guess so. Which is kind of why Facebook back in the day, got Farmville in and all that, whatever else is. So do you think that's what we'll be doing? You'll be playing like Farmville on
Netflix. Sounds like it.
On Netflix.
I don't think they're going to be like streaming PS5 content and things like that, but
no,
it does sound like they're getting into that sort of. Apparently, it also says the company doesn't plan to charge extra for the content yet. Said the person who asked not to be identified because the deliberations are private. That's what it says.
I
love this website.
Yeah, I quite like how that's written.
Apparently, it tells you a bit more about the guy. What's his name again? I've forgotten it already. Mike Verdu.
Verdu.
Mike Verdu. It says, I'm really not. This is why you're the newsman. Pushing into games would be one of Netflix's boldest moves yet. In Verdu, the company has an executive who worked on popular mobile games at EA, including titles in The Sims, Plants vs. Zombies, and the Star Wars franchises. He also served as a chief creative officer for Zynga Inc. between 2009 and 2012.
What you'll get is you can see it happens now, doesn't it? So you'll get another property, whatever it is. So, Stranger Things or whatever you want to pick as a big Netflix thing, and then they'll just badge up some shape or pattern matching Tetrisy game, won't they?
Yeah, probably. That's probably where it'll start.
You see all that sort of stuff all over the shop now, don't you? But you just get to use Eleven's face, don't you? It's the licensing part of it, I guess.
Definitely. But it's something nobody else is offering. Amazon don't do it. Disney Plus don't do it.
Sure.
So it's a whole new venture for Netflix. I suppose the easy option, they all went for live sports content, didn't they? Even Discovery Plus has got the Olympics streaming over here this year.
Yeah.
But Netflix have always strayed away from live sports and things like that. So maybe they just decided to go for gaming instead. They obviously know their market quite well.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting, I thought. So we'll keep our eye on that. That's coming within the next year, apparently. So we'll be all over it.
Imagine... I'm not saying we need a third show, but...
Wow.
Bottom of the games stream.
Bottom of the streaming games. Yeah. I suppose it could become a feature. I'm not doing 3 episodes a week. 100% that's not happening.
But, who knows? That'd be cool. Be cool to review a game.
Yeah, I'm up for it. We've done gaming chat before.
Sure.
Right. Have we got any more news?
I've got some.
Go for it.
Do you want me to take the news baton?
Go for it.
First one is about a bottom of the stream alum.
Okay.
Do you remember Joey King?
Vaguely. The name's familiar.
She starred in Wish Upon.
Oh, that's going back a while. How good do you think my memory is? I'm an old man.
She's in the... is it the Kissing Booth?
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
Is she in that trilogy?
Yes, I think so.
She has become the latest, and I would say so far youngest person to sign a first look deal with Netflix.
Okay.
Through her All the King's Horses production company. Do you know how old she is?
No.
21.
She's 21, got her own production company and an exclusive deal with Netflix.
Yes.
That's impressive.
You've just got to stand up and say well done, haven't you?
You really have. You've got to give her a round of applause for that. That's impressive. But she was in Wish Upon, so swings and roundabout.
No projects yet announced, but she has signed on the dotted line with Netflix. So,
Interesting.
She's in good company, because over the last few weeks we've mentioned that J-Lo has done something similar.
Yeah.
Spielberg. Maybe she'll go past both of those in due course. Who knows?
Interesting. I wonder what she'll do.
I don't know.
Interesting. I keep saying interesting. I don't know why. I've noticed when I'm editing I say it quite a lot. I apologise. Talking of people who have got an exclusive deal with Netflix, I've got a bit more news.
Okay.
Do you like Meghan Markle?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Me too. She gets a hard rap.
I could go on for a long time about this and the press, but she's all right. She's
all right. He did the right thing. That's our take on it, and that's what we're sticking
100%.
Well, as we know, we've reported this a while back, that her and Harry both have an exclusive deal with Netflix as well now to produce original content, and their first production has been announced.
Oh, excellent.
They are getting into the world of animation for Netflix.
It's the place to be with Netflix at the minute.
It really is. They announced on Tuesday that it is developing a new animated series with Meghan and the Archwell production company, which is that's the name of their production company, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The series is tentatively titled Pearl, and is about the adventures of a 12-year-old girl who was inspired by a variety of influential women from history.
Oh, brilliant.
Do you want a synopsis?
Yes, please.
Oh no, this isn't a synopsis, it's a statement from Megan.
Okay.
Like many girls her age, our heroine Pearl is on a journey of self-discovery as she tries to overcome life's daily challenges. I'm thrilled that Archwell Productions partnered with the powerhouse platform of Netflix, and these incredible producers will together bring you this new animated series which celebrates extraordinary women throughout history.
That's brilliant. I mean, that's just really worthy. I think, my wife works with sort of young people on a voluntary basis, young girls, and they do quite a bit on sort of educating on sort of important females through history, and I think it's really important that message is sort of promoted, shouted from the rooftops. Don't let your gender or anything hold you back. Indeed.
Exactly. Very good. Very true.
So yeah, no, I'm all on board with that.
Cool. It says Megan will serve as an executive producer alongside David Furnish.
Okay. Cool.
Interestingly enough. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. Keep your eye open for Pearl, and I'm sure we'll report on it more when we get more information on it.
Talking of animation,
yeah,
it has been announced that Netflix has commissioned a Terminator anime.
Ooh, interesting. Oh, I've said it again.
In fact,
yeah,
there are the 8 episodes that make up the season have already been written and handed in.
Blimey.
The showrunner is going to be a guy called Mattson Tomlin.
Cool name.
Now, he is possibly someone who is going to have a big future. He co-wrote the forthcoming Batman movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
So he's got that under his belt, his utility belt, if you will.
Nice.
And he's now going to run this Terminator anime that's coming to Netflix, which I like that franchise. Obviously, the 2 originals are amazing movies in different ways, but I kind of just lost. I don't know what order the rest of them come in. I don't think they make any sense.
No, I think you're right.
I think animation could be quite a good vehicle to do something in that universe.
Yeah, definitely. It kind of lends itself to it, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I'm quite excited by that one, I must say.
Me too.
So
looking forward to that.
No date as yet, but it's got the green light. It is a go. So
cool.
That would be good. I've got 2 more bits of news. One of them is Netflix related.
Okay.
I suppose I've got 3 more bits.
Okay.
Let's go with. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago I mentioned that I'd watched a single episode of World's Most Amazing Vacation Rentals?
Yes, I do vaguely remember you saying that.
Well, I just happened upon a news article today, which I'm sure the timing is not coincidental at all. One of the properties featured has just gone up for sale.
All right.
A private island in South Carolina. It's a beautiful place. It's got a beautiful view. It's very plush, but it's not exactly full of mod cons.
Okay.
Because of its location.
It sounds like the perfect place for our off-the-grid living plan.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough room for there's not much room for crops.
Okay.
It's up for sale for a cool $1.9 million.
That's not that expensive.
So the interesting bit for me is that you can still currently go and stay there. You can book it on Airbnb.
Yeah.
The going rate for a night stay, $500.
That's not bad.
That is up until a couple of weeks ago. In fact, around about the same time the show came out on Netflix.
Coincidentally enough.
Because the going rate now for a night stay is $624.
That's quite the increase.
It's quite a percentage increase, isn't it, from just having 10 minutes on Netflix? But there you go. That's the Netflix effect for you. And I'm sure it's not a problem getting that money for it. So there you go.
I'm sure it's not.
Okay.
Good news.
Last little one before we do some awards season chat.
Okay, cool. I like award season chat.
We're circling back around to Steven Spielberg.
Nice.
So he has announced that he's going to be directing a movie about an aspiring young filmmaker.
Okay.
Now, he is not saying it's a biography or indeed an autobiography, But he is saying he's making this movie about a young filmmaker and his relationship with his father. Which is kind of what all Spielberg movies are about anyway.
It pretty much is, yeah.
There is no title yet. There is no release date yet. But there are a couple of people who've signed up for it. Michelle Williams has joined the cast.
Okay, cool.
And Paul Dano.
I was going to say Paul Daniels then. Nice. Paul Daniels cool.
From the grave.
Rest in peace, Paul Daniels.
It just got me thinking. I mean, if anyone is going to do their own autobiographical movie, Spielberg's the right guy, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%. You could have so much fun with that.
People write books all the time. They write their autobiographies all the time.
Yeah.
And you get biopics all the time.
You do.
I'm thinking, when has anyone done an auto biopic?
An autobiopic. I wonder if anybody's ever done that. This is a film about me.
But that's what we might be getting. So definitely worth keeping an eye on, because I thought that was really interesting.
That is really interesting. You could go some really nice places with that, because he'd obviously have all the rights to all of his old films as well. So you could have a cameo from E.T. or a dinosaur or something.
E.T. riding a dinosaur.
Yeah, you could do anything. That's exciting.
Duh.
I'm looking forward to that.
That is exciting. That is exciting. We'll see.
Well, Netflix have got first refusal, so.
Some of his stuff. That was a bit woolly, wasn't it? That
it was. Yeah, it was a weird statement. That was.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It's not
okay. It's not like he's never going to release a film in the cinema again.
Yeah. I've got one more.
Go for it.
I think because of the pandemic, like, award season just seems to have totally bled into like one 18-month long, just endless timeline.
It really has. It seems like it's been going on forever.
We're now getting the next year's award season starting. So the Emmy nominations have come out in the last couple of days.
I saw this, and you said you wanted to talk about it, so I've avoided it. So I haven't seen any of them intentionally, so I want to live react. That's
fine. So the awards are September the 19th, so a couple of months away.
Yep, not long.
I'm going to throw a few categories at you.
Okay.
See what you think. Outstanding drama series.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's quite a lot of nominees in these categories. I did not realise. Okay. Outstanding drama series. The Boys.
Yeah, good shout. Good show.
Bridgerton.
Never watched it, but I heard it was good.
The Crown.
Again, give up on that.
The Mandalorian.
Everybody was all over that one.
There's a Star Wars in the Outstanding drama series.
That's mad, isn't it?
Lovecraft Country.
I gave up on that as well. I quite enjoyed the first couple
of
episodes, but then it got a bit boring. I never went back to
it. Pose.
Never heard of it.
It's on Netflix. It's about several. Well, I was going to say a young man, but it then morphs into several young people sort of coming to New York and joining sort of drag houses. And I've seen most of the first series. Some of the performances in it are excellent.
Oh, really?
It's not always an easy watch, but it's pretty good.
Right.
So there's that. There's The Handmaid's Tale. I have never watched an episode of that.
Nor have I. And yet it does look quite good. But I feel like I'm too late to it now. I'm too late to the party now.
And then finally is This Is Us. What's sticking out for you there?
The Mandalorian, probably.
Okay.
Everybody was all over The Mandalorian, weren't they?
It's I nearly said then. I can spoil it. It's been ages.
Yeah.
Must be the Luke Skywalker factor.
Yeah, probably.
Everyone loved that, didn't they?
I feel like maybe The Crown seems like an obvious choice, but Bridgerton did really well. Any one of them could win that.
Yeah, it was very much the zeitgeist, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
On trend. Maybe that's the one that gets it. Okay, comedy series.
Okay, cool.
Blackish.
Never seen Blackish. I've heard good things about it. But I've never watched
same. Slightly surprised this fits in here. Cobra Kai.
Comedy series?
Yep, outstanding comedy series.
Interesting. I've said interesting again. I wouldn't say it was a comedy series, but then I wouldn't say it was drama either. So I don't even know where I would.
It's kind of like a soap, if anything.
Yeah, it is a bit soapy, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I suppose comedy's where it fits. It goes. Cobra Kai's awesome. I love Cobra Kai.
Yeah, sure. The next one is, again, something I've heard of, never seen. Is it Penis?
I'm sorry? You've heard of one but never seen one?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's on
I know what a penis is.
Hulu.
Okay. What's it about?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think it's got over to this country, but it's spelled PEN15, like a number plate.
Oh, okay. I'm just Googling it, so let me find out what it's about.
Are you? Straight to the favourites.
Oh, it sounds quite good. It's a comedy series depicting middle school as it really happened. Two comics, Maya Erskine and Anna Conkle, play versions of themselves as teenage outcasts in the year 2000.
Okay, cool.
During a time when the best day of your life can turn into the worst with a stroke of a gel pen.
That's definitely not made it over here yet.
No, I don't think it has.
Cool,
carry on.
Okay, next one, fresh from its bribery scandal from the... was it the... what was the other awards? Emily in Paris. What were they all bribing them at? End of last year.
I want to say BAFTAs, but I don't think it was. What are the other ones?
Could have been. Next one is Hacks.
Hacks.
Not familiar. Hacks. Not familiar with that
I'm
either.
not familiar with that either.
Everyone's favourite, and of course the obvious winner, Ted Lasso.
Yeah, that's obviously going to win. New series is back
then
pretty soon as well.
It is. And then The Flight Attendant.
That's Kelly Kuoko.
Yep, and The Kaminsky Method.
I've heard of that. I've never seen it. The Flight Attendant's supposed to be really good. But,
Yeah.
Ted Lasso's got that hook, line and sinker in the bag.
Do you want to do any more?
Yeah, keep going.
Lead actor in a drama, Reggie Jean Page in Bridgerton.
Next James Bond, apparently.
Sterling K. Brown in This Is Us.
Okay.
Billy Porter in Pose.
Okay.
Jonathan Majors in Lovecraft Country.
He was good in that, to be fair.
More on him shortly.
Okay.
I suspect. Following this, what we've watched this week. Matthew Rhys in Perry Mason and Josh O'Connor in The Crown.
Josh O'Connor, he was the guy who played Prince Charles, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was Prince Chuck.
He'll nail that. He's got that one.
Okay. Lead actresses. Emma Corrin in The Crown.
Again, she'll win that.
Olivia Colman in The Crown.
I love Olivia Colman.
Yeah, but I don't think she's... No, I'm not saying she's bad in The Crown. I don't think she's had much to do in her series.
I haven't seen her in The Crown, if I'm honest. I haven't got that far with The Crown. But I do love Olivia Colman.
Yeah. Uzo Aduba in Treatment.
Okay.
Elizabeth Moss in The Handmaid's Tale.
She's supposed to be excellent in that, to be fair.
Journey Smollett in Lovecraft Country and MJ Rodriguez in Pose.
Lovecraft Country's done well, hasn't it? That's like all three categories it's taken noms.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, God's sake.
Don't point it out because everyone else will.
Sorry.
Suddenly.
People will have noticed it. I noticed it when I was editing last week, so people will have noticed it, surely.
Can I just... I don't want to spend loads of time on this, but what I do want to highlight is rather randomly, but there is a reason. The outstanding supporting actor in a comedy.
Okay.
Now, see if you can see the thread here.
Right.
So, the nominations are Bowen Yang for Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Kenan Thompson for Saturday Night Live.
Right.
Brett Goldstein for Ted Lasso.
Good shout.
Brendan Hunt for Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Nick Mohammed for Ted Lasso.
Really?
Yeah. And Jeremy Swift for Ted Lasso.
Wow, that's crazy. You get 4 supporting actors nominations in one show.
Yeah.
Imagine if Brett Goldstein wins that. That'd be mad.
I know. That's crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy. 4 from one show and 2 from another.
Yeah.
I hope everybody throws everything at Ted Lasso, because it is incredible. It's worth the price of Apple TV on its own.
Yeah, do it. If you've not seen it, find
so
it, watch
funny.
it.
It is so funny and it's so heartwarming as well. It's just nice. It's one of those. It's like Schitt's Creek. It's just one of those shows that's just nice. Nice things happen to nice people.
Make you feel warm.
It does. It makes you feel all warm and cozy inside.
Excellent.
Good Emmys talk. I enjoyed that. Are we done with news?
We're done.
Shall we move on?
Let's move on.
Have you watched anything good at the top of the stream?
I have watched. In fact, last night I watched the season finale of Loki.
Oh, me
Disney
too.
Plus. I thought it was wonderful.
I agree. I thought that the season finale was the best episode, I thought. But I very much enjoyed the whole season was brilliant.
For just concentrate on the finale for a second.
Yeah.
For what was essentially 3 people sitting at a desk talking.
Yeah.
And just
don't forget an animated clock.
Yeah. 35 minutes of pretty much just exposition. I was on the edge of my seat.
Same. It was really exciting. It was really, really exciting. It was really interesting as well. It was like, there's not many shows that will do that. We'll get to their finale and then just sit you down and talk you through what's gone on. People always said that's what Lost should have done at the end. Just had John Locke sitting in a chair talking you about through everything. But I've never really seen a show actually do it, and that's what they did in this. They just basically sat you down and talked you through what was happening.
And what's going to happen?
And what's going to happen?
To an extent.
Yeah. Where the whole Mulver universe is heading.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors, who was great as He Who Remains, and basically said, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. And laid out the plan for the next, 5 years of movies.
Yeah, maybe.
Ballsy, that's all I'll say.
It was a ballsy move. I liked it.
And then there was the sting that it's going to come back for season 2.
Yeah, I think that's the first one that's been renewed.
And I don't know when that's going to fit in.
No, exactly. Where does it fit? No.
There are so many movies coming up. When the hell are they going to sneak in time to film that?
God knows.
And when's that going to be released in the scheme of things?
Pass. Marvel amazes me that they've got so much time and they can just... it must be like a full-time job for some of these actors. They're just or which movie am I in this week? I'm going to be in this one, I'm going to be in that one, I'm going to be in this one.
Like I say, the He Who Remains character, Jonathan Majors, like I say, great performance. He basically said there's going to be loads of me turning up.
Yeah.
How's he going to have any time to do any other work?
An infinite number of himself.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. It really, I thought it came off really well.
It did. It really set up the Marvel universe nicely. I had to miss out on going to watch Black Widow last Friday because bloody lockdown locked me in. But so I've still not seen that yet, so I need to get around to that when I'm allowed out again.
I'm considering watching it in the comfort of my own home.
For the £30 Disney Plus price.
Is it? Is that how much it is?
Somewhere between 20 and 30. It might be 25.
Okay. I'll check. I've not looked into it.
Pricey. But yeah, I mean, Tom Hiddleston plays Loki beautifully. He just is that role. He embodies it perfectly.
Well, obviously, again, shout out to Oscar Award winner Gugu Mbatha-Raw.
Of course, yeah. Amazing.
Who's great in that as well. Yeah, bring it on. See what happens next.
Cool. Anything else?
I've watched, I was going to say the whole season, but there's only 4 episodes and they're only 20 minutes long. Resident Evil Infinite Darkness.
Same. I watched it all as well. I finished it today.
What did you think?
I really enjoyed it. I had no idea what was going on at any point, but I very much enjoyed it.
Do you know what? I kind of liked it, but then I got to the 4th one and I felt like I'd missed 3 episodes.
Yeah, agreed. So, I have no idea what that show was about at all. The first one where it was just zombies in the White House. We never went back to the White House again. There was never any more zombies. I don't know. It just seemed to be 4 different unconnected episodes in the story.
I felt a lot happened off screen. I liked the submarine one. There was some really good set pieces in it.
No, there was.
And then they were suddenly in China. And then for the 3rd one, they were all back in Washington. And
with some sort of monster zombie thing.
Yeah, I felt like I'd skipped an episode, like I said. But it was messy, but I kind of enjoyed it.
The animation style is beautiful. I think it might be the best looking animation I've ever seen. It just works. It just looks so nice. The attention to detail is incredible. I
did look good. I think some of the voice acting was not the best.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Did they get the same voice actors who do the games?
I have no idea.
I don't know either, but that it seemed like maybe they weren't like movie or TV show actors. They were more like just voiceover guys.
I was a bit like... I mean? Because it was fairly grounded, wasn't it? For the first 3 episodes. Like I said, it was fairly small scale. Yeah. And then you got to the 4th one where there was that huge vat of acid under the...
It did kind of just...
under Andrews Air Force Base.
It did kind of just jump off a cliff for the 4th one, didn't it? It was just...
Yeah.
Just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. But no, I enjoyed it overall. For less than 2 hours of your life, you'll enjoy it, I think. If you're into that sort of thing.
It's pretty easy breezy.
Yeah, agreed.
How about you? What have you watched?
I am going to bring your attention to Netflix's greatest docuseries.
Okay.
Have you seen or heard of Big Timber?
I have not. Please do enlighten me.
Please watch it. It is amazing. After we finished recording last Thursday, I thought, Netflix recommended it to me, so I was like, oh, I'll put that on. I'm just going to eat my dinner. It's something too easy to watch. And then it was nearly 1 o'clock in the morning and I was 4 episodes in.
Brilliant.
It's just so good. It's about Canadian loggers. They're not necessarily lumberjacks because they don't chop the trees down themselves. Basically, what this guy has leased an area of Canadian woodland from the Canadian government that's halfway up a mountainside. And he's basically said, I'll just get all the trees out of it for you. So he's got this thing for I think it's 2 years or a year. He calls it, it's like a claim. This is my bit of land.
Sure.
And so he sent somebody in who's chopped all the trees down, and then they've got to go and collect them. And it's about these guys collecting these logs off the side of this mountain. But man, it's so good. The guy who runs the place.
You've convinced me.
The guy who runs the place is called Kevin Wenstob, and he is a proper character. He doesn't buy. He owns a sawmill, but he doesn't buy new equipment. He buys battered old crap, and then gets his son to just fix it. So his machines are just constantly breaking, all the time. Everything he buys is like from the 80s. He's putting these guys in danger. Some of these cedars are like 6 foot across that they're trying to get up this mountain by a chain that's just runs down this mountainside that they have to hook it to, and it drags it up the side of the mountain. But you've got 2 guys down there just hooking these chains around these trees.
Oh, I love it.
But then they'll come undone. They'll just go flying down. It's amazing. And the guy is his right hand man. He's only 23, right? He's this young lad. He's called Coleman Wilner, and he just stares death in the face. He just doesn't care. He's at one point he trips over and he's like, "Oh, I nearly died then." And then the camera goes over, and he did. Just if he'd have gone like an inch to the right, it would have killed him. It just takes it all in his stride. It's brilliant. Honestly, I cannot recommend it enough. There's 10 episodes, about 45 minutes an episode. I've done them all in a week. Well, I did them all in about 4 days.
Lovely.
Highly recommend. When it starts snowing and they just don't know what to do.
Big Timber. I can't believe they made a show with your nickname.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It's brilliant. It's really, really, really good. I'm hoping for a second season.
Excellent. I'm going to check that out.
That's it, though. That's all I've done because
That's okay.
I've been decorating. I've been on my quest quite a bit, trying to get some exercise done virtually.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's fine. Good. Is that about it then?
We've got to extend our rods.
We have.
Let's do that now.
Do that before we sign off.
Definitely.
So we're fast approaching the end of our Bloodride already.
We are indeed. It's gone so quick, hasn't it?
We're into the second half. So what was this? Episode 4?
4. Yeah, there's 6 of them altogether. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one was called Lab Rats. Now, I assume we watched the same one. I'm hoping we did.
Yes.
What do you think of this one?
We did. It was more deliberate than the others, I think, so far.
Yes, I agree with that.
More than any others, you could see this almost being a little stage play.
Yeah, like a 4 or 5 man show type thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it now. I didn't really enjoy this one. I thought it was the weakest one. I still carried on with it. I got it. I don't think it was a patch on the other 3, if I'm honest.
I didn't dislike it, but
Same.
I know where you're coming from. It lacked something.
Yeah, there was no last week we were talking about how they'd got the humour that the show needed into the show, and then this week they took it out again. These 4 episodes so far have all been completely. They feel like they've all been filmed by completely different styles, and then just jumbled together. But they don't seem to be in a proper good order. They just seem all over the shop. If that makes sense.
Yeah, so it does. So this one, we were at a dinner party, weren't we, with the like head of a huge pharmaceutical company. He knew everyone at the dinner party. They were colleagues, or well, his wife was there, wasn't?
Yeah, and there was like the 4 main people that have helped him develop this new drug, weren't they?
Yeah, and turns out someone had stolen like the
prototype.
When he was going to sort of show it to them, and so he locked them all in a perspex box.
Yeah, he got them all into their underwear and locked them all in a perspex box,
and then started to gas them until the culprit came forward, which they eventually did. But then she just gave him the thing back, which. And then the guy met a grisly end, didn't he?
Yeah,
eventually he got his comeuppance.
His wife didn't like the fact that she'd been locked in this glass case by him, so she locked him in it and killed him. And there wasn't much more to it than that.
No. And I was kind of waiting for the thing to happen,
Yeah.
and then it didn't happen, and then he just got his prototype back, and then
It
it's
turned
all
out he'd had it
fucking-
all along, didn't he? Because she'd smuggled it into his pocket at the beginning.
Yeah, so she'd like Luponed him.
Yeah. No, I wasn't.
But yeah,
I wasn't
it
much
is-
up for this one. I didn't think it was that great.
Yeah, I agree. I'm hoping they've saved the best till last, and the last two are gonna knock our socks off.
I really hope so. I've really enjoyed the first three. Don't get me wrong. I think it's been a good show. It's a piece of me, this show, but yeah, this one just didn't kind of work. Fell a bit flat.
You're always going to have that risk, aren't
Yeah, of
you?
course
Do
you are.
when you're just doing a anthology type show.
Yeah.
They're not all going to hit.
No, of course
but,
they
yeah, hopefully the last two will finish on a high. So
Agreed.
we'll see.
Cool. Join us for
Excellent.
episode 5 next week.
Yes, and join us on Thursday on this very feed as we talk about your wildcard choice.
My season 5 wildcard choice was the Hungover Games.
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about this one, man.
I just want to say in advance, thank you for bringing this into my life.
Is that sarcasm? We'll find out on Thursday. Who knows?
Yeah, we're going to talk about a parody movie.
Yeah, we've never done
one
a
of those before.
parody movie before, so it's going to be an interesting one. So join us on Thursday, and we'll talk about that, I guess.
We sure will.
Cool. We done?
We're done. Let's
get out of
get
here.
off this wave.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Come back on Thursday, and we'll talk to you about the Hungover Games.
Cheers.
Bye.